What that has been happening and trending in social media for 2025, it's the Nepal. What exactly that is happening in Nepal? And some people, they are asking a lot of questions exactly what's happening, that we have to look at that point. So this is the question that we have to ask. What led to the Nepal Prime Minister to resign and some other people to be injured while others die? That's the question that I have to ask from here, PTN TV, with me, Professor Ezekiel Herrero. So join with me as I explain to you some of the reasons behind the Nepal's Prime Minister resigning from his leadership, and also the demolition and burning down of the Parliament of Nepal, the state house, and also the Supreme Court of Nepal. But before that, we have to look at some days back on what one of the student leaders said from Nepal. The high school student said. Let's have a look at what he said as we join together.
Today I stand here with the dream of building a new Nepal, with a fire of hope and passion burning within me. But my heart is heavy because this dream seems to be slipping away. Rise and shines, futures of this upcoming imperial empire. I, Avishkar Raut, the head boy of this everlasting imperial institute, Holy Bell English Secondary School, welcomes you with open arms to our 24th annual program. I put myself before you this moment to shed light within your consciousness by piercing the dark nimbus that circles above you. I am present here today to immortalize a monumental change in the course of history. Nepal, our mother, this country gave us birth, nurtured us. But what did it ask in return? Just our honesty, our hard work, our contribution. But what are we doing? We are bounded by the chains of unemployment, fleeing abroad in search of opportunities. We are trapped by the selfish games of political parties. Corruption has woven a web that is extinguishing the light of our futures. Youth, rise! We are the torch bearers of change. If you do not raise our voices, who will? If you do not raise our voices, who will? If you do not build this nation, who will? We are the fire that will burn away the darkness. We are the storm that will sweep away injustice and bring prosperity. Our ancestors shed their blood to give us this nation. We cannot sell it. We cannot lose it. We are the fire. We will burn every despair away. Now we must decide. Will we drown in the darkness of despair or rise as the sun of hope? Will we change the fate of this nation, or will we let it remain in shackles? King Birendra once said, "Even if I die, shall my country live on?" All the youths, carry these words in your heart and engrave a monument of change in the course of history. Nepal is ours, and its future is in our hands. Jai Yuva, Jai Nepal!
Wow, what a speech that has been given by that student from one of the high school in Nepal. Actually, this is the clip that happened before. What happened? So, and we're looking at the point of what this leader actually is a leader from what's just expressing his own ideology or idea. He's talking about the poor leadership that is ongoing in Nepal, that has been happening in Nepal, and also the main cause of the Nepal that has led to this young man is just explained that a lot of things that have happened there, that there is poor leadership, there is a lot of corruption that is happening in this country, that has been hitting this country. There is also what we call the political language that is also happening in this part of the world, of the country. But now, some days ago or some weeks ago, the government of Nepal they shut down 26, more than 26 social media platforms. Talk about Facebook, talk about TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp for communication, and many more other social platforms that the government shut down. And when this happened, the government shut down all this. The reason behind the shutting down of these social media is that the Gen Z of Nepal, they were discussing about corruption, how the government is lavishing the citizens' money, how the government is using the taxpayers' money to lavish their life or to upgrade their life. And also some of them, they were sharing that on the social media how they have expensive cars, their kids go to expensive schools, they're getting expensive medical covers, and many more. So this was actually that the citizen of Nepal, they were discussing on social media, that why is the government doing all this? And in 2015, the late Pope Francis said that corruption is like cancer. It is very sweet, but it's a cancer that kills a country on a slow motion. So look at Nepal, what happened there, and also look on what happened in 2024 in Kenya. What happened there, the Gen Z went to the street to demonstrate for the poor governance, for the poor leadership. So if you look at this from Nepal, this is exactly what they were fighting for. So many people, they're saying that those who don't understand exactly the cause of Nepal's demonstration is because the Gen Z, they were discussing the matters of corruption on social media and how they're supposed to deal. And that's how the demonstration started, which took 3 days to demonstrate. And now the result of this, or the effect of demonstration, what happened? Just have a look at this. This is the state house of Nepal that was touched into fire, into flames. Millions and thousands of properties have been destroyed. Not only the parliament that was set into fire, but also the state house of Nepal was set into fire. And now, when you look at this point of setting into fire, is something that led by the Gen Z of Nepal. This is a history that has been made since the time memorial, that until the Supreme Court of Nepal was also set into fire. Just have a look at this. All the evidence of the court, in case there was any court session or any crime that was reported in court, there is no evidence. The evidence has gone. And also, due to this demonstration of the Gen Z, some of the prisoners, they were also fleed, they ran away. And perhaps who was going to wait for the fire to come? Perhaps they thought that if they have set the state house, they have set the parliament, they have set the Supreme Court into fire, it may be the prison. And that's why maybe some of the reason that led to the prisoner to escape. They just found an escaping eye. Now, after that demonstrations was going on, one of the 19-year-old Gen Z came to the street and he gave his own idea. Just have a look at this.
सबैलाई जय नेपाल आज म बोल्छु नेपाली सुन्छ I can talk in English, I can talk in Nepali, whatever the fuck you want. Everyone listen. छातीमा गोली खाएको छु. Fucking छातीमा. यहाँ पनि गोली खाएको छु. मेरो चस्मा फुट्यो. I get this. मैले proper documentation बनाएको छु. यो मेरो रगत हो. नेपालीको रगत हो. नेताहरूले बगाएका छन्, right? We are going to stand together, every single one of them. Are you with me? यो Gen Z को बोली हो. Gen Z और को छन् हात उठाउँ त. Yeah, once more, Gen Z. Fucking मैले रगत बगाएको छु, right? यो रगतको आँसु एक दिन तिनीहरू बाँच्छ किनीहरू बुझ्छन्. Sorry for the language, I don't want to fucking curse right now. But listen, मेरो ज्याक यो छ अनि म एउटा अर्को चीज देखाउँछु. यो गोली हो क्या मेरो छातीमा थियो यो हो क्या गोली you can zoom it you can fucking zoom this shit show this it's a souvenir you can show this यो मेरो घरको भित्तामा पोस्टरमा हुन्छ क्या ट्याप लाएर अनि मा यो गोली एक दिन त सरकारले नि देख्छ यो कसरी भएको छ भनेर That was my 2 words. Every single one, make some motherfucking noise! Once more! यो रगत एक दिन सरकारले देख्छ कि नाइ हाम्रो राम्रो दिन आउँछन् कि नाइ अहिले I'm just a 19-year-old kid. Just a fucking 19-year-old kid. मेरो नाम आशुतोष बस्नेत हो. If anyone is recording this, you can post it anywhere. That's my fucking consent. I'm like Genz. I was born in 2006. अहिले त म केही नि गर्न सक्दिनँ. I'm just a 19-year-old kid, but 2089, I'm gonna be there somewhere. I'm gonna be there somewhere. यो मेरो मात्रै आवाज हो, सबको आवाज हो कि नाइ? हो कि नाइ? मलाई दुई
हाम्रो बालन सा जस्तो भनौँ न नेता सरकार चाहिएको छ कि छैन
नहीं I believe on the concept. I believe on like people कसरी पोर्ट्रे गर्छन् आफूलाई. There should be educated people. There should be people जो critically think गर्न सक्छन्. मलाई जसले गोलेट हानो म त्यसलाई गएर हग्ने गर्छु क्या किन भने म रिजनिङ दिन्छु मलाई पुलिस यहाँ आए look at this guy निधारमा गोली लागेको छ क्या निधारमा गोली लागेको छ
He shot me in the freaking forehead. Like हाम्रो के भन्छ यो नेपाल सरकारको रुल अनुसार युनिभर्सिटी स्कुल ड्रेसमा मलाई शट गरेको छ हैन नि भन्दा मुनि हान्नु पर्यो गोली त्यसले माथि हानेको छ
उसलाई स्कुल ड्रेसमा गोली हानेको छ राइट स्कुल ड्रेसमा अनि अर्को चीज Okay, she was talking about political यताउति. Okay, be critical. र म अर्को चीज के भन्न चाहन्छु भने जसले मलाई त पुलिसले गोली हाने म त्यसलाई गएर हग्ने गर्छु बिकज त्यसले हानेको हैन नेताले हानेको
म हैन हजुरलाई म भिडियो बनाउँदैछु बालन सा जस्तो हामीलाई सरकार
Let's not drag names. नामहरु केही पनि नलाम. Like let's not drag names. यो हाम्रो मुभमेन्ट हो कि नाइ? जेन्जिसको मुभमेन्ट हो कि नाइ? So हाम्रो मुभमेन्टमा हामी बोल्ने हो. हाम्रो आवाज त्यहाँसम्म पुग्नु पर्छ कि नाइ? पुग्छ कि नाइ? एउटा सानो लाइन छ क्या मैले 2 सुम्ला खाए अनि मलाई ढक्क याद आयो. बाटो भन्दा खाए मैले तातो झण्डा हामी सबै नेपाली बोकेर हाम्रो रातो झण्डा उठाउ भन्दा कानुन भएर सरकार लाटो झण्डा मेरो देशको हाल पैसाको बेहाल हाम्रो नेताको मुजी रन्डी जस्तो ताल सबको आवाज म हो कि नाइ Okay, let me tell this in English. There was even an Italian girl. I saw her. She was protesting for us. Italian girl, imagine, she was protesting for us. I saw some foreign faces there too. They are here for us. The हाम्रो नेताहरु चाहिँ के गर्ने छन्? Yeah, हाम्रो पैसा. Okay, मैले लास्ट टाइम भर्खर प्यान बनाएको मैले त्यस्तो ट्याक्स तिरेको छैन तर मेरो आमा बाउले तिरेका छन् सो तिमीहरुको पनि आमा बाउले ट्याक्स तिरेका छन् त पैसा खोइ अहिले देखिन्छ त्यो सबै चीजहरु म सबको भोइस बोलिरहेको छु कि नाइ सबजना एग्री गर्छन् कि नाइ सबले एग्री गर्ने हो नि हामी जेन्जीले नै देश बनाउने हो जय जेन्जी Fucking joy, Genz! Okay, यो मेरो मात्रै भोइस हो म 1-2 दिनमा हराइहाल्छु इट्स नट अ बिग डिल म तिमीहरुको फोनमा कहिलेसम्म हुन्छ थाहा छैन कसैको स्टोरेज सकिन्छ आई विल बी नट देयर एनीमोर तर मेरो आवाज सबको आवाज ओके यति भन्दै म मेरो आवाज टुङ्ग्याउन चाहन्छु जय नेपाल मेरो नाम आशुतोष बस्नेत साइनिङ अफ जय नेपाल
Now, this is it's not amazing, it's not something that to be happy about. If you can just look at him, he has a bullet on his chest, the left side of the chest. But he has given his own idea that they have to fight for the poor governance, the poor leadership, the corruption, the politician lavishing the citizens or the taxpayers' money They have to fight until they find the freedom. That's the actual, from what this guy is saying, that it's now time for the Nepal to rise again. It's the time for Nepal to see the light. As also you have heard the student leader what he said, that this is their country. Of course, nobody does love his or her own country, because that is the motherland of the country. Now, from what that has happened here in Nepal, they went to the social media to talk about the poor leadership, the corruption, how the government is misusing the money. Now, from this, it also led to the Prime Minister of Nepal to resign. It was not as a joke, but he only resigned after his house was turned into ashes. His business was turned down. Now, the youth of Nepal, they went to the street and also they demonstrated. A lot of property they were destroyed. If only this property belonged to a politician or any leader who is in the government. And that's what they did. Now, from this demonstration, the pictures that people see or people saw from the social media, look at this kind of police. Now, this is the police of Nepal who surrendered to the Genz. They were beyond control. Were they tired? Or it was just beyond control? Or they're also supporting the Genz? And now this happened after they had seen what this had happened. The Genz, they were forced to throw some of the police officers into the river. It's not just to swim, but a sign to reduce the anger of the poor governance, the poor leadership. Now, this is my question. Does it mean, or is it that, or let me frame this question like this. Do the other African leaders, or to the African, or does it send any message to the corrupt leaders from what happened in Nepal? But if they cannot learn from what is happening here, then they may not learn again, because the Genz of Nepal, they set an history. Their great grandfathers, they never did. But now, early 2024 in Kenya, one of the African countries, the Genz went to the street to demonstrate concerning the financial bill that was passed, or that was to be passed, which was to increase the taxes of the citizens. And now they are also to reach to parliament, perhaps. Now, from the social media, some of the people, they were saying that the Nepal Genz, they took the Kenyan notes and they were successful. That's what they said. But again, many people died in Kenya, and also some died in Nepal. While the thousands of people, they're also being hospitalized. But now, what exactly the cause of this? Is it because the government was trying to shut down more than 26 social media accounts, or the social media platforms where the Genz and some other people, they were discussing about how the government is doing corruption. And also they were discussing how some of the politicians, they have a good life. Their kids go to expensive schools. And of course, this is what happened in the whole world. Even you, if you're a politician or you're a leader, of course your child will wish to go to a very expensive school, even including myself. Now what they're saying is that is the taxpayers' money that are used for such a kind of business. Now, it's high time for us to ask ourselves a question. Is it time for Genz in the world to take over the control of the world? Or is it that only the Genz, that the ones who are feeling the pain of the corruption, the pain of poor governance and leadership? Are they only the Genz that they have seen the future of their nations? That's the question that we have to ask across the world. all over the world. Just also in Paris, they went to the street to demonstrate. Now, it's high time for the leaders. It's high time for the corrupt leaders to wake up and have a look what is happening in the world. Things are not any longer, or things are not more the way they used to be. Things are not normal. Things are changing. The world is changing. This is PTN TV with me, Professor Ezekiel Herrero.